Hello everyone. So we have completed the civics chapter, that is understanding advertising. Now we are going to start a new chapter of history, that is chapter number 10, new political formation in the 18th century. What was the political formation has been done into the 18th century. We are going to start about that into this particular video. Topic name is the political formations in the 18th century. Firstly, we will get to know about its introduction. Then after that, decline of the Mughal Empire. How the Mughal Empire has been declined. We are going to know about that in this particular topic. Intolerant policy of the Aurangzeb. We are going to know about that. And the last one is luxurious lifestyle, which Mughals were doing to own their personal life and ignore the common people. That was the main thing for the decline of the Mughal Empire. So we will start from the introduction. The Mughal Empire was at its zenith during the rule of the Akbar and continued through the reign of Jahangir and Shah Jahan. It was at the upper stage, it was at the rising stage, it was at the glorious stage into the Akbar, Jahangir and Shah Jahan's rule. But after that, what has been happened? After Aurangzeb came, the power of his policies of extending the empire up to the Deccan, up to the southern India, and intolerance toward the other religion, means the Hinduism, the Sikhism and the Buddhism, that caused the decline of the Mughal Empire. That was the main reason for the decline of the Mughal Empire, that he was intolerant about the religions such as Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism. That was the reason by which the Mughal Empire that was the reason by which Mughal Empire has been gone into the decline position. So, Hindus led to the intolerance towards the Hindu led to the decline of the Mughal Empire. In this chapter, we shall study the cause of the decline of the Mughals and how the empire broke into the small kingdoms. We are going to study about that into this particular chapter. So, firstly we will start from a particular topic, that is decline of Mughal Empire. After the death of Aurangzeb in 1707, 11 Mughal rulers ruled till 1857 into the country, and these were jointly known as later Mughals. After the death of the Aurangzeb in 1707, 11 Mughal rulers were ruling after the death of Aurangzeb up to 1857, and these were jointly known as later Mughals. Their period of reign is generally clubbed together. Okay, as nothing very significant took place during their time, that's why they are not well known, just like Akbar, Jahangir, just like Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir and Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb. Nothing has been happened into their reign, that's why they are not known like them. They were not capable as their predecessors, means to say that as their elders, as their older people, they are not able to rule or control the country. That's why they are not counted, they are not known by the people. And thus the power of the earlier Mughals enjoyed and started to wane. The nobles had become very powerful and tried to assert their power. The nobles at that time become very powerful. Why? Because the Mughal rulers were not knowing, were not performing their duties properly. That's why the nobles become very powerful, and they just captured the power of particular provinces where they were living. So, what was the main reason for the decline of the Mughal Empire? We are going to read about that. First was intolerance policy by Aurangzeb. That was the main reason by which Mughal Empire, after the death of Aurangzeb, the Mughal Empire has came to the decline. Aurangzeb followed the policy of religious intolerance, and jizya, a tax, has been imposed on the Hindus. Jizya is a tax which has been imposed on the Hindus, and he also started to destroy the temples. The Hindu traders were required to pay the tax of 5%, double what the Muslim traders were required to pay. The Muslim traders, the particular amount which Muslim traders were paying, Hindus have to give 5% more than that. Okay, and he was also destroying the temples. He was also destroying all the universities which has been established by the at that time. All the Vedas, all the things which has been kept into their libraries, he has totally destroyed that. And during the Akbar time, a large number of Rajputs were employed into the court, but at the Aurangzeb's time, they were against them. He had threw them away from the court, he had made them out from the court, and this was the reason why the Hindus have came against him. Luxurious lifestyle. Luxurious lifestyle was that the rulers started splurging money on their own personal life. They are collecting the money, they are collecting the taxes, they are not improving the condition of the people, they are not doing any work for the people, they are investing all the money on themselves. And that was the main reason for the decline of Mughal Empire. The war, this was the major cause of resentment among the people. People were just came against them because they were not investing their tax money which they are paying. They are not investing that money for the people, just they are investing on themselves. They are living the luxurious life. The Deccan policy of Aurangzeb. What was the Deccan policy of the Aurangzeb? That the Deccan campaigns of Aurangzeb got overstretched and become the cause of huge financial loss or financial strain and on the treasury. There was a burden which has been given by the Aurangzeb to capture the Deccan, because for the fighting you need money, you need all the weapons, to purchase all the weapons, to maintain the army. You need money obviously, and it was a burden on a treasure which has been kept into the Mughal strain, into the Mughal treasury. So, due to the long war, the army was demotivated and exhausted. Long war was going on against the Deccan kings, and that's why the army was demotivated and they got exhausted also. Next, administrative failures. What was the administrative failure? Aurangzeb was totally concentrated on the Deccan only, on the southern part only, and he had left the northern region. The people, the nobles who were living into the northern, who were maintaining the northern area, they have taken the advantage of the situation and they began to control the things in their own way. That was the reason by which the Mughal Empire has been came to the decline. Aurangzeb was totally concentrated on the southern part only, and he had not given any type of focus to the northern region. And the nobles who were working under him, they started to gain the profit of that situation. They started to take the advantage of that situation and started to begin the control by their own way. There was a revolt by the peasants and the zamindars at that time because of the increase of levels. Means increase of taxes on the zamindars and the peasants. The peasants have started to go against them and they revolted against them because of these reasons. They are not able to pay that. No law of succession, there was no any law of succession. That is, after the death of Aurangzeb, a war of succession started amongst his own sons. That due to the absence and any law of succession, their infighting and mutual jealousy weakened the kingdom. Their sons were fighting with each other after the death of Aurangzeb, who became the successor of that Mughal, Singhasan, of that Mughal throne. Then the sons were fighting with each other and they were feeling jealous with each other, and this was the main reason for the weakening of the kingdom. Nobles often started siding with either of the group as per their personal motives and interest, and even initiated them against each other. They started doing the spy work. They started, means to say that initiated means to say that bhadkana. They started to initiate the sons of Aurangzeb that he is doing like this, he is against you, he is doing this type of sazish against you. That was the thing which has been told by the nobles to their sons, and their sons were feeling jealousy with each other and they tried to kill each other for the succession of the throne only. The rise of the regional kings against the Mughals. This was also the reason for the decline of Mughal Empire. The overstretched forces and the administration of the Mughal helped the rise of regional powerful kings to fight the Mughals. Okay, the overstretched forces and the administration which is not in the control of the Mughals. This was the reason for the rise of the regional kingdoms, regional powerful kings, and they started to fight against the Mughals. The Marathas in the Marathwada and Maharaja Ranjit Singh in Punjab rose into prominence and strong ruler. Okay, that was the reason by which they started to fight against the Mughals. So we have completed up to this. Rest we will proceed into the next video. Thank you.